Dubai is a wonderful place, very vibrant, very social, and many expatriates very quickly get used to living with tax-free money. Sometimes feel like, don't worry about tomorrow, there's so much fun to be had today. Because it's a fun place. My name is Gary Brody. I've lived in Dubai for the last 15 years with my family. People do think of the future, but you don't realize how quickly that future can suddenly come around. Everybody should have life insurance. I actually took out what I thought anyway was quite a hefty life insurance to protect the lifestyle of my family should anything ever happen to me. My advisor had suggested to me, why don't you take critical illness cover? It was very inexpensive. So I said, yeah, why not? And the particular illness cover I had, that I didn't even know what exactly it was, if I'm honest, but it would pay out 50% of my life insurance in the event of a critical illness. I didn't actually think at the time that I would ever use it, but it just seemed like an inexpensive and easy thing to do. I got a sore throat. I went to my doctor. They told me I had a throat infection, gave me antibiotics, which I took. A couple of months later, the throat was sore again. I went back, more antibiotics. It cleared up. A couple of months later, it was sore again. I saw a different doctor this time. I said, it can't still be the same thing. They had a look, said to me it looked like I had an infection on my tonsils. And he said, we'll take you in and remove the tonsil. After the operation, I woke up and he said, well, we've taken a biopsy. And the test came back, and of course, he then told me it was cancer. I was in shock. It hit my wife harder than me initially. She was incredibly upset. And went home. I didn't get upset until I was on my own and I broke down. Because you think you're going to die. I phoned my advisor to put my affairs in order in case anything happened to me, because all of my financial affairs are in his hands, including the insurances. He helped me through the whole process from the financial perspective. He was in between communicating with Zurich and myself, because he understood that, my mind perhaps was on a million things, not one thing. And he did his part, absolutely. He was vital, made it easy for me. From the day I filled in the forms till the day the money arrived in my bank account was 7 days. It was very fast and absolutely no problem at all. It was very straightforward. And I was extremely grateful for that, because if you can imagine the diagnosis to the operation, it was actually 17 days. And I had the money in my bank account before the operation. It was a pretty hectic time to sort a lot of things out. But that part of it was taken care of. I decided to have my treatment in the UK, and anything we needed to do in terms of travel, accommodation, being near the hospital, I didn't even have to think about it. The operation is what made the difference, but it just made my peace of mind and my will to push on that much easier to do, really. It was stage 2-3 cancer, and they got it out in one piece. It was quite a big operation, and the recuperation from that was severe. The impact it has had on our life as a family, and the life changes that we very quickly realized we wanted to make. Looking back, I would be incredibly grateful at not having to think. That's what that type of cover is all about. That's what it's for. That's exactly what it's for. And that's the function it fulfilled. The benefits: peace of mind, ability to make life-changing decisions that are forced upon you by life-changing events that you had not foreseen. It's probably the best decision I've ever made. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. Anybody, because you do not know what's going to happen to you tomorrow.